Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, powered by the Charleston American Marketing Association, broadcasting from our home base at Charleston Radio Group. Thanks to CRG, we're able to talk to the movers and shakers of Charleston, from economy to art, from hospitality to tech, and everything in between. These leaders have made a home here in the Lowcountry. They live here, they work here, they make change here. Why? Let's talk about it. Here are your co-hosts, Mike Compton and Stephanie Barrow.
Hello, and welcome to the Charleston American Marketing Podcast, powered by the Charleston American Marketing Association, where we have conversations about marketing with the who's who of Charleston. We're recording in the Charleston Radio Group today, while Cos Films is behind the camera, both supporters of CAMA. I'm Stephanie Barrow, your CAMA Immediate Past President and founder of Stephanie Barrow Consulting, a digital strategy agency here in Charleston.
And I'm Mike Compton, President of Rūmbo Advertising and your Director of Membership Experience.
That's right.
And today we have Margaret Jefferson here.
Yes.
The who's of Charleston that we were speaking about earlier. Margaret, good Lord, you've got a lot going on. We had a little pre-pro meeting before this, and I'm just blown away. Let me awkwardly read this bio in front of you, okay?
Okay.
Margaret J. Jefferson. Why do we have to put the J in there?
I know.
Margaret Jefferson is a native Charlestonian. Native. I one of few natives that I've met in my time unicorn. Here. Yeah. She attended Charleston County Public Schools and matriculated to Winthrop University, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science degree, majoring in business administration with a concentration in marketing. She attended the Citadel and earned a technical project management certification. Ms. Jefferson has worked with various corporations for-profit and nonprofit organizations. Serving in leadership roles, she thrives on providing service to all mankind. I love that. In 2003, Ms. Jefferson founded Dress for Success, Charleston County. DFS Charleston is affiliated with the Dress for Success Worldwide, a global nonprofit organization. DFS Charleston County's mission is to empower women to achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and the development of competencies essential for achieving personal and professional success. And I did all that with these things in my mouth.
Very proud of you.
Did a good job.
He's much better at bios than I am.
That's a mouthful, Miss Jefferson. What in the world? What in the world? Talk about it.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for having me here today. To
pleasure.
Talk about an organization that's near and dear to my heart. Dress for Success Charleston is a nonprofit organization. There's 143 affiliates in 23 countries.
23 countries, wow.
23 countries, so we're international. And in 2003, we actually became an affiliate. There were 19 applicants. And that's why when I think about Dress for Success and how important it is for us to sustain this organization and this community, because there were 19 applicants and they selected one.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
where are these other 19? The other Charleston 19?
No, they were not. They did not gain an affiliate with the worldwide office.
So these other affiliates, these other wannabe affiliates, were from different cities or a different country. Like, what's our?
So when I think about the other affiliates, how it works is that for Dress for Success, if you want to be a part of the organization, I was with Charleston County Human Services Commission as one of their program coordinators, and eventually became a program director. And what the organization wanted to do, they wanted to build capacity. So Yvette Murray, who was a former coworker, and myself, we were just scouring the intranet to try to figure out what is out there that we can bring to Charleston or partner with to build program capacity. And one of the things that we were missing at Charleston County Human Service Commission, they're now known as Palmetto CAP, was that there was an employability piece, a mentorship program, career development services. And when we went to our executive director, Mr. Arnold Collins at the time, and we talked to him about the benefits and why he wanted to do it. He was like, hey, I'm on board. And so we submitted the application, and there were 19 applicants, and Dress for Success Charleston is the only affiliate in Charleston County.
I'm very familiar with this organization. This nonprofit is very dear and near to my heart. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh, yes.
And she does so much good for the city of Charleston, and she has empowered so many women. So let's start at the beginning so people who haven't, our listeners who aren't very familiar. Like, what is the mission of Dress for Success? How long have you been in business? And all those fun things.
Well, that's, I tell you, Dress for Success, we became incorporated in 2003. So now help me with my math.
Nope, not it.
So that
20 years. People. 20 years.
20 years. February. That's great. I mean, me and the math. But it's over 20 years that we've been providing service, not only to Charleston County, but Berkeley and Dorchester counties. Okay. So since our inception, we've served over 5,000 women, actually 5,326 women today.
All right.
And so we're incredibly proud of those numbers, but we also know there's more work to do. We provide free professional attire, career development services, and a network of support to help women to thrive in life and in work. And we do that through our core services, our suiting services. Basically, what that means is that, say for a client has completed an employability training program for one of our partner affiliates, and they're ready to either have a volunteer experience or they're ready to start a new job. So what that partner does is send that client to us. Okay. So that client comes to us, she gets suited, not only just one suit. I'm very gracious. I believe, women, we need to have everything that we need to have. So she has about 4 or 5 outfits.
There you go.
Wow.
Not only to attend a job interview, but to maintain that job, also that volunteer opportunity, because who has the money to go out when you're trying to pivot from a public service program to now you're saying I'm moving towards self-sufficiency. Now, self-sufficiency isn't something that happens overnight. Right. So that goes into when we suit a client, then we go beyond the suiting. So we look at career development services, we look at mentoring. So we want to partner these women with women in the Charleston community that's already in the careers that they have an interest in. Right. And then we look at the family unit. What else can we do? So we have a lot of community partners who we refer our clients to, whether it be to help with rent, to help with water, to help with childcare. So we want to make sure that we are that community for that client, that she doesn't have to go 3 miles north or 5 miles east or something just to make sure that she has what she needs to sustain her family.
And a lot of it is the professional development piece of it, where it's helping with the resume, preparing for the interview questions, and being prepared for the next step in the interview, writing thank you notes and those type of things.
Absolutely. Because the suiting is just the first piece. Beyond the suit is what actually where the work begins and where the accomplishments begins. And when that client feels, it may be something very small to us, but to her it's enormous.
Oh, it's new
and
information,
it could just be, and it just can just be getting that appointment, or getting a call saying you're hired,
right?
Or we would like to come in to to interview you. So it does a tremendous of self-esteem building and confidence building for her and her family.
And I would like to say that this is not your full-time job.
No, it's not. I am a volunteer. So
you've been doing this for 20 years.
Absolutely.
Spearheading these efforts with your board and your volunteers, which is sometimes some turnover.
Yes.
But you are a fixture in this community, really making a difference.
Absolutely. And we could not do this without our volunteers. The things that's really worked for our organization is the support that we're getting from the community, the volunteers. The brand is very strong. We have a lot of people moving to Charleston, and they're wanting to help or wanting to, whether it be donate clothing, whether it be to help with our speaker series or help with career development, with the resume development. We have a lot of community partners who are with SHRM, which is Society of Human Resource Managers. We have corporations that want to help support and volunteer, whether it be merchandising, whether it's having their volunteers come and do a clothing drive. So those things have really worked and helped us to be able to support the women who we serve. Right. The clothing that's coming in, we're able to donate the clothing to the clients. All of our services are free of charge.
That's amazing.
Now, with so many different moving parts, it's probably a lot to market.
It
especially when you're a volunteer board and you work a full-time job.
Absolutely.
So how does your organization go about marketing your services and partnering with people in the Charleston area?
That's a good question, Stephanie. Because of our support with Dress with Success Worldwide, who provides us a lot of administrative support, we have to raise our own budget. We have to tweak our programs to make sure that it's tailored to the market that we serve. So Dress with Success Worldwide, they started our website.
Okay.
And then we have also, like Stephanie herself, Ms. Barrow, who's been a huge supporter. She's utilizing her marketing services to help us to stay very current on Instagram.
Okay.
We have Carolyn Murray, who's a part of our Your Hour, Her Power.
Sure,
So
on the news.
tweets
Carolyn
about-
Murray.
yeah.
I recognize that name.
She tweeted about us. She was one of our Your Hour, Her Hour honorees.
Okay.
So people are lending their names and also their support to help sustain the organization. You know, I've born and raised here, so
Okay.
I've developed a lot of relationships, met lots of people on various boards or organizations, and the needing that support to help us to continue to bridge the need to help the women. One of our women who we are very, very proud of is Jermaine Hall Jenkins. She's going to get me for messing her name up.
Uh-oh.
She has Fresh Future Farm, and she has a farm and a grocery store in a food desert in North Charleston.
Yep.
Come on.
She came to us for just one suit many years ago. And she needed that suit in order for her to be able to pass her class when she was at Johnson Wales College here in Charleston, South Carolina. That was our first meeting. Years later, I mean, when you think about a Dress for Success woman, it was just that one suit. And
What a
everything
difference
else,
it made.
it pivoted her to now being owner of a farm, providing education about soil and preparing your food. And it's just amazing to me because what I think success for us is to be able to have more women like Jermaine who are able to go out and be community leaders, help others come in and provide knowledge for them. She's found her true passion, and that's one of the challenges that we have. We are in need of more support with counselors to help us to be able to identify those career paths that our women are going through. The common question that we ask of our clients is, where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And sometimes they're not sure. And it's not because they don't want to do things, it's just that they're just not sure of the access. So that's where I feel that Dress for Success can help the women who come through our doors, is provide them that access to help them to make those decisions, those life decisions that will impact their lives and their family lives, and that will catapult them towards success.
Yeah, these women are at a crossroads, and you're there
They
to help
are.
lend them the expertise.
They are.
And the
And-
backing to get what they need to better
They
their
are.
lives. A lot of these women are single mothers, or they've been in abusive households, and they're starting over fresh. And I've talked to you about some of your success stories, and it's just like, it just makes you want to cry. And because you are sincerely changing not the life of just the trajectory of one woman, you're changing the hope for an entire family.
Absolutely. And then as she changes and her mindset changes,
Right.
she then brings on others, you know, to say, hey, this worked for me. I
Right.
think you want to go to Dress for Success. So a lot of the clients that we have served have been self-referrals.
Right.
Now, our guidelines are that they're supposed to be referred from a social service organization where the clients
okay.
have already been vetted.
Okay.
Sure.
But how do you say no to someone who's calling you saying, I've got a job interview.
Right.
Here's the letter. I can email you the letter. I have 1 day to get ready. I just found out. What do?
You get it
You
done.
jump in gear
You jump in.
and you get it done.
And they're the model
You know?
of your behavior. They're
Abs-
a walking billboard of what you can do.
Absolutely.
And how
Absolutely.
they can change their trajectory of their lives.
Absolutely. And there's so many women that we've supported. And unfortunately, I wish that I had a memory like an elephant.
We've helped a lot of
I-
people over 20 years.
Yes.
I think you're forgiven.
And I've gone places and women have remembered me and they thanked me. And I will tell you that it's so heartfelt that someone remembers that you made just a small, to me it's small, but I made a small contribution. They did the hard work. And because of their hard work and their persistency, and for us being here, because they always know that they have a place they can come back to, a place that they can come and say, hey, I'm having a little difficulty. How can you help me?
Sure.
We never turn anyone away because we all at different stages in our lives. And when that woman says, thank you for helping me, I am now a nurse. I am now a business owner. I'm now a case manager.
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So my grandmother would always say, no person is an island. And I never understood what she was talking about.
Okay. I
was just like, no one person's an island. And then from the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. And I'm like, I don't want just bread. I want meat. I want cheese. That kind of thing, And so as you mature in life and you go through challenges, you realize what she's saying is hard work will pay off.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what a lot of our women, they come with that already, ready to work. They just don't have the access.
So, funny story. We're interviewing a woman who is, dressed for success, right? So I'm like, and I text Stephanie, I go, what am I going to wear to this thing? I don't know. I'm super nervous. I just got nervous all of a sudden. So unfortunately, this is what I picked. But
and she's always impeccable.
Yeah, she's impeccable. For the listeners that aren't on YouTube right now, she looks fantastic, ready for success at any moment.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm
she
ready
projects the success that she wants for her life.
Absolutely.
Right. So I dress for mediocrity. Is kind of where
I don't think so.
I shaved. So
okay.
Yeah,
see, every little bit helps.
Every little bit. You only get one first impression. Right?
Absolutely.
So you want to make that first impression, which is back in 2003, you started Dress for Success because of that reason, really, isn't it? Because
that reason, and also we had a large amount of people coming in for appointments. As I said, I was a program coordinator and then program director for Palmetto CAP, which is Charleston County Human Service Commission, formerly known. But we were missing an opportunity to be able to bridge the gap in services with career development and making sure that people had access to resources that would just change the trajectory of their lives.
Right. So those resources, it's not just dress. I come to find out, I come to learn a little bit more. It's not just what you wear.
That's the first. That's the first step.
Okay.
Because you have to be able to mirror the culture of where you're going. So that's the first step. Then you have to understand, okay, what is my role? Do I have the skill set? If you don't, so you could come in as an admin assistant, but you're eyeing that job as a program manager. So what is it that I need? So then what Dress for Success would do is say, okay, you would probably need some more specialty training. So then we would be your advocate, maybe go to Trident Tech to see, okay, or do you have any scholarships? Or we would have the client to do some research as well. Or we would look at, our budget to see, what can we do? Or we would reach out to our worldwide office. Do you have, a national partner who does this? And lo and behold, Bethany from the Housewives of, is it New Jersey?
Okay.
I think she's one.
That's one of the few Bravo shows that I don't watch.
Well, me either. I just don't take the time to sit down. I'm always thinking about what else I can do. But she gave funding, and it was called it's entrepreneurship or professional development training, and she gave $2,500. Actually, she gave more than that, but each affiliate got $2,500,
which is huge.
And it's huge, so that you can provide that funding for training for 2-3 clients.
Yeah.
Because getting a certification may cost you $800, at that time. Now the cost of tuition is skyrocketed, but because we have like a Trident Tech, it's a community
Love
college,
Trident Tech too.
Have kept their tuition very reasonable for the average and ordinary person. So we would then provide that kind of support. So you've got the suit, you've got the job, but now you're in this environment, so now you're saying, I want to do more and but I don't have X, Y, and Z. So part of our challenge is to make sure that we get more corporate sponsorships or more organization involved in helping us to bridge to develop these programs. We have lots of businesses here who are now looking for specialized skills. So, but the one thing that I do know is you have to have those soft skills.
Right.
And you can build on that.
Yeah.
And that's something that's very important for us to make sure that we do for the women that we serve. So we suit them, we advocate for them, we make sure that we get mentors in to help them to develop their minds, to give them a practical understanding of what it's going to require for them when they're out in the field, or provide them with resources to say, hey, I have a contact. I think she's a great person. You know, think about it. We all have people we can just reach out to right away.
Right.
That can make things happen.
Yeah.
Do they?
No.
They
Sometimes
don't know
they
that.
don't.
They don't have it.
Right.
So when you think of Dress for Success, we think of ourselves as being that hub, that wraparound service to provide the access to clothing, the resources, and because we want to make sure that what we're doing is impactful, not only to that family, but the community. Just think about someone who's in the community. She's now working in the community. She's adding to the economy. You know, she's now understanding
Right.
where my money is going and how is that impacting me, my household, as well as others.
Right.
So
Not only is she doing it herself, but she's a leader in her community as well,
Absolutely.
and her
And she
neighbors
might
are
be
seeing
the
that. Her
head of
kids
the
are.
household.
Her kids are seeing it. Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if she's a head or not. Other people are
Yeah.
seeing her mission.
The
yes,
model.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
she's able to kind of tell other people
Right.
in mentorship. So that mentorship
Absolutely.
program you're talking about, you're looking for mentors.
And that's we are,
Uh-huh.
and we have a national campaign that we launch.
Okay.
It's called Your Hour, Her Power, and it's done for the month of March 1st through it was the 31st, right?
Yeah, and we have a lot to talk about with that.
And
so.
Stephanie was
Start
our
talking.
she was our honoree for
Oh,
our
okay.
first year. Yeah,
Congratulations.
inaugural
Thank you.
honoree.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
And the focus of Your Hour, Her Power is it's a fundraiser campaign as well as an awareness campaign. We also acknowledge International Day, so it helps us
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you think about the month of March, we are looking at women leaders in our community who will be able to provide that access that we're talking about to the clients who we serve. And, so then we're looking at developing programs, doing Speakers Guild, or we've said info.com. So we're trying to figure out, I'm going to let Stephanie figure out what the tag that we're going to call it.
She got the marketing side of things.
Yeah,
Okay,
Marketing
good.
side of
yeah.
things.
Good.
Because we want to make sure that what we're doing is utilizing the volunteers that we have and how they can impact the lives of others by talking about their stories. Here's where I am, here's how I got started, these are some of the challenges, and this is how I overcame it. So when people will start to then humanize you,
Right.
and then they say, oh, I'm interested in that. Oh, maybe I can do this. Oh, maybe let me call Dress for Success and see if I can talk to Ms. Barrow. Or can Ms. Barrow help me do X, Y, and Z? And then, we'll try to see if we can pair them together in a way that it's beneficial for both.
Margaret, I want to talk a little about the Your Hour, Her Power campaign,
Okay.
because I know it's your biggest fundraising event of the year.
It is.
And I think by definition, it goes Your Hour, Her Power. So what does that mean for people who are honorees?
Okay. For honorees, Your Hour, Her Power is for them to be able to share this campaign with their network of individuals, and each woman can donate 1 hour of pay.
Right. So equivalent of
this
giving 1
campaign.
hour of personal compensation to
Absolutely.
the campaign, to the nonprofit organization.
Absolutely. And then
So if I make $3.50 an hour, which is not what I make,
$3.50 an hour.
that's it. I would be
sample.
donating that to the cause.
absolutely.
And we're asking the network of people to also donate that to the cause.
Absolutely.
So annually, we're looking to make about $30,000 from this campaign.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could grow from there, though, right? Get the right
Yes,
people in there. Get
absolutely.
those
Yes.
Yes.
lawyers in there. Their
And it's-
hourly wages up
Right.
there in the above $3.50 an hour.
For sure. And it's a good way to...
$4.50.
It's basically your way of celebrating local leaders
Absolutely.
who are empowering others.
In the community, and they're leaders. They're the people who are in the front. They're grassroots. They may be leaders in their particular perspective, career fields, or they're individuals who are always, volunteer in the community of various volunteer organizations. And it's so important that people begin to see more people who are out there volunteering in their communities, people who are making a difference in their career path, in their families, their churches. And so that's why we look at the Your Hour, Her Power, and we make the selection. These are women who that have impacted the lives of others, whether it's in their career path, whether it's in their family, whether it's in their church, or in their community.
How do you find them?
Well, what we do is, great question. Our honorees, actually, they make a referral, or they nominate someone, and then we reach out to that individual and ask if they would be willing to participate. We have to be mindful too that people, they participate with various other nonprofits. But when you think of women helping women, that's something powerful.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a woman helping another woman to pivot or catapult towards success. Who best to talk to about the challenges?
And it's women from all walks of life. It's
Absolutely.
not all people, that are entrepreneurs. Some are law enforcement. Some are scholars. We had professional photographers, entrepreneurs, real estate agents, physicians. It was
community activists.
Have you? I'm assuming you have, because I don't come up with the brightest ideas. There's Thrive. Women's group from Women's Business Networking. That would have great time for you to get in front of those people.
Absolutely.
To find more of our honorees and whatever else we need.
That is one of that's a strategy that we are working on to partner with organizations with like mission.
Yeah.
Other women organizations, because again, as I said, women helping women, that's powerful.
It's growing too.
It is growing very much here in Charleston.
We just started one for the Mount Pleasant Chamber called Rise.
Yep.
That's launching soon. So just another opportunity there.
There's women in tech. There's a lot of
women
different organizations that are centered around women entrepreneurs. I think the Dames is a women entrepreneur.
Dames,
yes, there's lots of. I love our city because I'm a solo entrepreneur. I know you have a full-time job, but you're also an entrepreneur doing all of this. And there's a lot of resources in our city to help not only nonprofits but women in business. So
absolutely. And you stay in Charleston. Is it throwing a wild question on at you?
Charleston is home.
Right, yeah, I know that. And you stayed.
And I stayed because there was opportunity here for me. Okay. And then I also found my niche of finding a way to improve the quality of life, to make an impact here in Charleston through outreach. Right. As a little girl, I've always been customer service oriented. My mother would always tell me not to answer the door because I would give away all the food in the house. Because if folks come in, they would ask, I would ask them, would you like to have a glass of water? Or would you like Kool-Aid? Or would you like a soda pop? Would you want a sandwich? And my mom would say, okay. That sandwich is yours for lunch. So if you want to give away your lunch, I'm perfectly fine with that. I can see that.
I don't feel like you've ever met a stranger.
No. You never do. And being here, I went from retail management. No, I'm going to digress a little bit. True story. Yeah. I went to college because I wanted to become a business owner. I wanted to have a shoe store. So growing up downtown, I grew up a long time ago. There was a retail store called Davidson's, and Miss Epstein was the owner. And Miss Epstein lived 5 doors down from my parents. So I was too young to work in Davidson's, but her son, Lowell Epstein, had a store called Affordables. So in high school, I worked in the shipping and receiving department. I worked on the sales floor, and his wife, Barbara, and his name is Lowell, who's the owner, would show me little different things as to how the organization, the business ran. Right. So my focus when I went to college was I was going to be a business owner. I was going to own a shoe store because I love shoes. Bob Ellis and Suzanne were my favorite places to shop. I had to have a job because my parents were not paying that kind of money for shoes.
You're giving away sandwiches.
And exactly. So as life would have it and as God would have his way, I am still in retail and it's about imaging, but I'm now working for women who need the encouragement, women who are looking at improving their self-image. And that's what we do when we put on our clothes. We're improving our self-image.
Right.
So, so it would be my path was not to own that shoe store, but to be the founder of a nonprofit organization.
That's pretty
boosts
amazing.
Confidence and lifts self-esteem through self-imaging.
It's amazing.
Isn't that powerful?
It's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Now, one of the coolest programs that I think you're involved with is the Grow with Google.
Absolutely.
So talk a little bit about the web series and how it helps.
So Grow with Google comes under our career development services. And what that does, Grow with Google, it talks about how to create your resume, how to look for a job. If you're looking to become certified in Google's various softwares, that's that opportunity.
To be Google
available.
Certified, Google SEO specialist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What were some of the other ones that you had? The resume writing.
Unix was one of the certifications.
Yeah.
But resume development, looking for the job, and how you utilize the Google tools to look for a job, and then it also gives you an alarm. I didn't know any of that.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here going, wait a minute now. I consider myself a little bit tech savvy, but the folks at work, they tell me, now Margaret, I can't be your seeing-eye dog every time. So that kind of got me. So I said, okay, I'm going to be attending these workshops myself because, I consider myself tech savvy. And here it is. I got these young folks telling me that they're not going to be my seeing-eye dog. And I was like, I'll never call you a dog, but I'll call you my seeing-eye person guy. Right. So Google helps you to pivot from, you may have a mundane job. And I'm not saying that, all jobs are needed. Everybody's needed to fill. But if you find that your passion is technology and you're constantly wanting to grow, then Google would be able to provide that support for you. So you've got the certification, you've got also how to become an entrepreneur. Right. There's a vast pool of workshops. You can watch them on demand. We can have a trainer a live trainer that talks about and walks you through the steps. You can have like a party of individuals, and then you can go to YouTube and watch it. So all those things, we have resources available. So if you can't attend a workshop one day, you can go and watch it on demand.
Huge.
But there are annual workshops. There's a series of annual workshops.
Absolutely.
And I think that registration's in the fall?
We're going to start in the fall.
Right.
We actually, we did launch in May because May from one year to the other. Dress with Success, we have a goal that we need to reach per each affiliate that's participating. And our goal is to be able to support 400 women. So when you divide that by 12, Stephanie, you're the math person.
Nope.
Who's the math person? I have my notes in front of me. So okay, so Mike, we're going to get you. Okay. We're going to get you to do that, and that lets you know. Divided by 12.
By 12 is
33. So guess what? We've already met May and March. There was a school event, and they had their parents to come. So we had flyers. That counts as well.
Nice.
And it gives you step by step if you're looking at how to develop your resume using Google tools.
Right.
So there were 60 parents that got exposed to that information.
All right. That is huge.
So 33. So now we're 6 under. So we're looking at in the fall, we're going to say late August.
Okay. That
we're going to continue. And then we're also looking at partnering with the library, because the library is also doing Google applications.
Yep.
Sure.
And then we're going to also look at the College of Charleston, provide all these community partners information so that they can all plug in. Yeah. And then we have other affiliates who are also, we're all going to group together. So we think that we will be able to get more reach if all of us, like Charleston, and you have Columbia, and then you have Pittsburgh, and then you have Buffalo. So there's 5 affiliates, and we all are going to launch all of these applications together, even though we're going to be in different markets.
Right.
But
together
we're stronger.
I love that partnership, and I really do think it makes a difference because those professional development courses are quite pricey.
Yes, they are.
They are being sponsored by Grow with Google because of your partnership with Dress
Absolutely, and they have free access to us. All of our services are free of charge.
Right. But I couldn't go sign up for free for the same courses that you're providing.
You can't. No, you cannot.
I cannot.
You cannot because she's not a partner.
I'm not a partner. So there's a certain amount of spaces for each one of those courses. And so when she starts putting it out on social media, you've got to jump on it.
Right. And you go to our website.
And then you get access to the webinars and those type of things.
Right.
Okay. So there isn't like a salary cap or
no, it's specific to
no.
I could pay for it, but I couldn't. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a free service.
This is literally for anybody, any woman.
Right.
Looking to do a career shift or
Correct.
whatever.
Just to further their professional development.
And then we also have career coaches with Grow with Google who can actually do a one-on-one with an individual.
Right.
If she wants to, continue to grow through taking those certification classes and eventually become an employee.
Which is a huge resume builder. to have those certifications.
So you don't have to stay where you are if you have that interest and that desire and drive. You can pivot to another career path.
Right.
So, and then of course along with that comes higher wages. And more money, more problems, but it's okay. It's probably a nice problem to have.
That is
money
true.
gives you options.
So it doesn't sound like you're in need of people to take your services, right? It doesn't need to. You don't need women to sign up for your things.
But she won't turn people away. That is for sure.
So you've got enough people that need your service, that you're touching lives, right? You're touching these souls
through our partner referral agencies.
Through your partner referral agencies, to get into those partner referral agencies, you do through what, online, through a government, through what?
Well, those referral agencies, what we do is we do a volunteer orientation. We identify partners in the community, like when you think of Department of Social Services, you look at other.
So you're connected with those.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're connected with those social service organizations.
Right.
And then they make the referral. Even the churches, they make the referral.
Oh, you got churches too.
Yeah.
So there is no.
So you have a lot of refugees coming to Charleston, and we're in conversation.
Right? Refugees
talking
from.
About, we had one from. I knew you were going to ask me that question. It was the Lutheran Church reached out to us. So we're trying to determine how to support them because no one speaks.
Right. No, it's fine.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, it's fine. It's
and then
they're
they're not Americanized, so they have to wear their cultural attire.
Sure.
So when you think about it is. So when you think about it, so now you're like, okay, how do we work together? Do you have supportive service dollars?
Right.
Because you have to. When you're someone's coming from another country here, I want to make sure that you're comfortable. So if that means that you have to wear your cultural attire, then you're going to need a translator.
Right.
So there's going to be a language barrier.
And how do you get a bank account?
Yeah.
How do you get credit started?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Things that we all take for granted.
Right.
So exactly. So
how do you get a phone without credit?
So they're the host, but I'm a part of that network to help them to help that woman to get her life on an even ground.
Gosh.
So those are the new platforms, the new opportunities that we're facing right now.
And I know you have partnerships with a lot of individuals in town that are helping with some of the clothing pieces of it, right?
Absolutely. So
consigning
women, consign Charleston, Talberts. We have Cato's. Lane Bryant is a partner.
Okay.
So like right today, I just got a text coming here that I have some inventory boxes of clothing that's at the UPS store.
Amazing.
So it could be coming from Talbot's. Talbot's is a huge sponsor. Wow. But I'm going to tell you, our biggest supporter is the community.
Yeah. This is the community.
Community
at large.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to see how, I know I'm helping with some of your marketing and people can help with pro bono marketing or that kind of thing. But how else can the community help serve you and serve your people?
Exactly.
Volunteers and honestly, we're looking to create a signature gala. So really talented people
like a good party.
To help us.
Any excuse to get dressed up and support a good cause.
Absolutely,
right?
And individuals who have the skill set and the time to help us to create a signature event for Dress for Success.
Right.
Since COVID, we've lost a lot of partners, we've lost funding, but what we know that women still need our support.
Absolutely.
It hadn't gone away just because, we have had some challenges. Now you're looking at women who are wanting to get back into the workplace, but they're now realizing that they have more talent because, people figure out how to sustain their lives when, the job's gone, that this has been taken away.
Right.
So now they've realized that there are certain talents that they have. Now they're interested in various jobs. Now they're looking, how do I access this particular career path? So now we're looking at, so having a signature event will help us to be able to sustain our programs and operations.
Okay.
As I said, we have no paid staff. Everybody's a volunteer. Having more volunteers to help us with the suiting component, to help us to merchandise our closet. We're now looking for a permanent location.
Okay.
It needs to be near bus routes.
How big
right
does it
now.
have to be?
I am never good with numbers. That's why, I have you to do
How big
the
is your storage
math.
space now?
Years ago,
So
we worked together on a campaign
called
the Wheel of Appeal.
Wheel of Appeal.
Did
we
you come
were
up with
trying-
that?
A mobile
there,
unit.
Steph?
An agency that I worked at, we collectively worked on it together, and we were looking to get almost like a food truck, but it would be a student truck where they could
customize it
cool.
to take it to the people who were going through the process.
Absolutely.
So they didn't have to worry about transportation.
Okay.
Correct.
I still think that's an excellent idea. Unfortunately, we launched this campaign right before COVID.
Correct.
So then that happened, and then everything went to the way it did. But I still feel like that might be a good solution.
A good viable solution. We have to be able to go, because I'm getting requests, from other, I won't say settlement community areas, outlying areas that are needing the service. They don't have a close call. They can't come.
They have a car.
Absolutely. So we're either going to have satellite offices, or we're going to get that mobile unit up.
The mobile unit. That's my choice. My vote would be mobile.
Because they did have a permanent
closet.
space, but due to flooding downtown,
and exactly.
So you need a new space.
She needs a new space.
We need a mobile unit.
We need an event space for the gala.
And
we need a gala. We need volunteers to make the gala. We need the gala.
Yeah. We need the gala.
We need a signature event.
Is the gala something on deck for 2024?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. So
awesome.
The Charleston American Marketing Association will help push that message out for you.
100%.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's what I love about Charleston and just organizations, always willing to help. It's never you just never. I have never ever felt that I've been alone. It's just being able to find the right people at the right time, because everybody's pushing their events.
Sure.
So when folks have that downtime is when you have to strike, and they're always, it's like just what Stephanie just pitched. Hey, we'll be able to help do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
That's what I've never felt alone being
That's
here.
amazing.
At Success.
I do like Charleston. I do like Charleston.
too.
I'm 4 years into living here.
There you go.
You're about
Really?
5.
So where's home?
Detroit was the original home. And then I did Tampa in my adult life.
Tampa, mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
18
and you're
years
used to
in
the
Tampa.
hurricane scares.
All
and
that good
so
stuff,
forth,
hot weather and
good
all that.
stuff. Yeah, the gnats.
But moving here, it felt like it's just a big hug, a big handshake.
I love it. I travel all over. You know that. I'm always on the move.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
I'll never move from Charleston.
Everybody wants to help. Everybody wants to be a
Charleston
part
is
of it.
wonderful.
I don't
Now, how
1
can
Million
people get?
Cups
Sorry,
is,
go ahead.
1 Million Cups is another nonprofit, like Echo.
Yep.
We'll have show
We'll
notes.
send you an email.
Yeah,
Okay.
but these are
That'd be
nonprofits that I
perfect.
think that would be a great fit, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've already kind of reached out to a lot of. Ooh, I just knocked that.
Well, we're
nonprofits.
circling the wagon. You know,
Yeah.
since COVID,
She's
we
been
have to
rebuilding.
do.
And I was
yeah.
proud to see that COVID programs were still going on. When I was
Yes.
online, you still had different programs. for
Absolutely.
because life doesn't stop.
Right.
No, it does not. And the desire to learn and to rebrand yourself doesn't stop either.
Exactly.
And that's why I was so grateful that, Worldwide saw fit that, we pushed this out, even though, we were doing,
I get it now. So
experiencing
other
COVID.
affiliates were out there trying to apply for this Dress for Success spot, and Charleston won it, and you
Exactly.
won this affiliate.
And it was a strong proposal, because I partnered with Charleston County Human Service Commission, which is now known as Palmetto CAP. Without their support, there would be no Dress for Success.
Okay.
Right.
They paid my salary. They support the organization. Until this day, they will make referrals. So if it wasn't for their insight and their resources, there would be no Dress for Success. So
If it wasn't for you, there'd be no Dress for Success.
No, if it wasn't for her, there would be no Dress for Success.
that right.
That's a 100%.
Let's get that right. How do we get in touch with you?
Okay, you will go to our website. It's
which is?
D as in David, dfscharleston.org.
Yeah.
That's our website. And then we have an area where if you want to contact us, send me an email. Emails are checked daily 2 to 3 times a day. And because we know that people want to help. So if we know people are out there that want to help, and then we're also making sure that we're ready to receive that support. So we need volunteers to help us, again, plan this event. We need volunteers with specialty skills. We need corporate partners to help us come volunteer, to help us with these speaker guilds, to help us to be able to promote our programs. When you're looking at mock interviewing, who best can tell you what employers are looking for than employers here in Charleston.
Absolutely.
100%. You don't have to have a fashion sense to work for Dress for Success.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We just want you to come as you are.
And feel confident when you leave your door.
Absolutely.
Dress for Success. I'm slurring my words.
And you can follow Dress for Success on social media.
Absolutely.
You're on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn.
See, you know what I'm telling you?
She's the marketing.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's Dress for Success Charleston.
It is.
That's what it is.
That's a tag for Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. And you have annual campaigns.
Annual campaigns, which is Your Hour, Her Power. We also have Talbots.
Yep.
They have buying day when they will feature a article of clothing, and if you purchase that article of clothing, a percentage of that sale comes to Dress for Success.
That is,
Okay.
And that's done in March. So look for it on Instagram and our website and on our Facebook page. We will be promoting these events.
Amazing.
I love it.
So I'm going to go ahead and change your bio. She thrives on providing service to all womankind.
Yes.
Can we say womankind? Is that,
I think that's
politically
correct. We'll go with that.
That's mankind too, but
yes.
womankind. Thank you
She
for all
is
you
a
do,
real
Margaret.
changer of this city.
Absolutely.
I've seen firsthand the good that you're doing. It is very, very impressive.
Absolutely. And then I also see it in our clients. So when you see that client come in and get that suit, that before and after, it's like all of a sudden, you know, they're like, you know, I'm ready to face the world.
So you're honestly one of the first, I think the first Charlestonian, right?
Yes.
The first born and raised.
Yes.
Charlestonian
Everyone
in
else
the
are
group,
transplants that we've had on the show.
Wow.
If
That's
they're all
amazing.
like you, then we're good. We're
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're set. We're set for life over here.
That's right.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Margaret.
This has truly been an amazing experience, and thank you for sharing. Allow me to share about Dress for Success, the women we serve, and the work that we have to do, that we're going to continue to serve our women.
Please do.
2024 is going to be a big year, girl.
Absolutely.
Don't
Gonna
stop.
get it done.
Quick thank you to our sponsors, Charleston Radio Group, Kaz Films. What's up, Kaz? Behind the camera. And I want to shout out to High Tide Ortho.
Oh.
See if we can get some sponsorship dollars for my ortho company, my orthodontist.
He's looking quite
Doc
snazzy
Trev?
in his new Invisalign, friends. And he sounds perfection.
I
so.
do not. I need
You do.
help.
You sound good. You sound good.
Hey, folks. Thank you again, Margaret, Stephanie.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you
Everybody.
guys next time.
Thanks.